Today we discuss the taxonomic hierarchy Linnaeus with example. Here in Unit 1, it is a very important topic, taxonomic hierarchy Linnaeus with example. Along with this, we also discuss binomial nomenclature. At first, we're going to start the taxonomic hierarchy. Taxonomic hierarchy. Hierarchy means Greek word hierarchis, that is rank. In the sequence of arrangement of taxonomic categories in a descending order during the classification of an organism. The main aim of taxonomic study is to assign an organism in an appropriate place in a systematic framework of classification. This framework is called taxonomic hierarchy. Now, what is the definition of hierarchy? After this discussion, it is said that the systematic framework of classification in which taxonomic groups are arranged in definite order from higher to lower categories is called hierarchy. Now, we discuss about the Linnaean hierarchy. Each category is considered as taxonomic unit and presents a taxon in plural form taxa. The taxonomic hierarchy was first established by Carolus Linnaeus in the year 1758 in Animal Kingdom in the 10th edition of the book Systema Naturae, and is therefore also called Linnaean hierarchy, which I have discussed earlier class. The categories used in the classification of animals are kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. However, in the case of plant, division is used as a category in place of phylum. The 7 categories are called obligate categories. These are as follows. Look at the slide. Here I placed for you the Linnaean hierarchy, the step of Linnaean hierarchy. At first kingdom, then phylum, then class, then order, then family, then genus, and then species. These 7 obligate categories have further been split into super or subcategories to indicate the taxonomic position of a species with more precision. So the present categories are kingdom, phylum, subphylum, superclass, class, subclass, superorder, order, suborder, subfamily, family, etc. Categories of Linnaeus hierarchy. It is very important to know. At first, kingdom. What is kingdom? The kingdom is the highest level of classification. All the divisions of plants are included under plant kingdom or plantae. All the phyla of animals are included under the kingdom Animalia. Then division. This is the next level of classification and is more specific than the kingdom. This category contains some common features of class are included to a higher category, which is called division in plants and phylum animals. Then class. This taxonomic category contains one of more related orders. Example, class Dicotyledone contains order like Rosalis, Malvelis, Renalis, etc. In animals, class Mammalia includes order Primata, monkey, gorilla, etc. and carnivora, tiger, cat, etc. In case of order, order is a more specific rank than class. This taxonomic category includes one or more related families with some common features. Example, Solanaceae and Convolvulaceae families belong to order Polymonialis. In animals, the families like Felidae and Canidae are included under the order Carnivora. In case of family, this taxonomic category of one or more related genera have some common features which are different from those genera of another family. Solanum, Petunia, and Atropa belong to the family Solanaceae. In case of animal, genera Panthera, tiger, lion, leopard, and Felis are included under the family Felidae. In case of genus, a group of related but different species which bear some similar characters are included under a genus. Example, Ficus bengalensis, Benianti, Ficus elastic, rubber, are included under a genus Ficus. In case of species, it is lowest level of taxonomic hierarchy. A group of similar character individual which can interbreed among themselves but reproductively isolated from others is known as species. Example, all the potato plants of the world are included under Solanum tuberosum. Here is the species is tuberosum. Follow this example. Example of taxonomic hierarchy. Following is an example of taxonomic hierarchy. In case of mango plant, taxonomic hierarchy, first kingdom, Plantae, division, Angiospermae, class, Dicotyledons, order, Sapindales, family, Anacardiaceae, genus, Mangifera, species, Indica. Another is taxonomic hierarchy. Following is an example of taxonomic hierarchy in case of man. In case of man, kingdom, Animalia. In case of phylum, it is Chordata. In case of class, it is Mammalia. In case of order, it is primates. In case of family, it is Hominidae. In case of genus, it is Homo, and species Sapiens. Now, we discuss about binomial nomenclature. The system of binomial nomenclature was introduced by Carolus Linnaeus. Multiple local names make it extremely difficult to identify an organism globally and keep a track of the number of species. Thus, it creates a lot of confusion. To get rid of this confusion, a standard protocol came up. According to it, each and every organism would have one scientific name which would be used by everyone to identify an organism. This process of standardization naming is called as binomial nomenclature. All living species, including plants, animals, birds, and also some microbes, have their own scientific names. For example, the scientific name of the tiger is presented as Panthera tigris. The genus and tiger represents a particular species or specific epithet. The scientific name of human is present as Homo sapiens. Homo represents the genus and sapiens represents a particular species. The Indian bullfrog is scientifically written as Rana tigrina. Rana is the name of genus and tigrina is the name of the specific species. A biologist from all over the world follows a uniform set of principles for naming the organisms. There are two international codes which are agreed upon by all the biologists over the entire world for the naming protocol. They are International Code of Botanical Nomenclature, deals with the biological nomenclature for plants. International Code of Zoological Nomenclature deals with the biological nomenclature of animals. This code makes sure that each organism gets a specific name and that name is globally identified. The naming follows certain conventions. Each scientific name has two parts, generic name and specific epithet. The rest of the binomial nomenclature rules for writing the scientific names of organisms include the following. Number one, all the scientific names of organisms are usually Latin, hence they are written in italics. There exist two parts of a name. The first word identifies the genus and the second word identifies the species. When the name are handwritten, they are underlined or italicized if typed. This is done to specify its Latin origin. Now look at the board view. I am trying to represent in front of you. Please. The name of the genus starts with a capital letter and the name of the species starts with a small letter. Now we try to discuss about any more point, but at first it is very important to know that father of taxonomy, Carolus Linnaeus, proposed the binomial system of nomenclature for giving the scientific names of plants and animals. These are two books here. One is Species Plantarum and another is Systema Naturae. Now we discuss about the guidelines for naming of organisms. Number one, a scientific name consists of two words, first genus and second species. They should not have less than 3 letters and more than 12 letters. Number two, the generic name is written first. Its first letter is always capital, the rest part is short. Now, two plants or animals genera should have the same name. Next one is the specific name is written after the generic name. It should be short but can be compound. Example, Hibiscus rosa sinensis. The species name generally begins with a small letter. The names are derived either from Latin language or Latinized in our books or in slides or in computer. When the scientific name is written, it's written in italic form. Therefore, there is no need of underline, or there is no need to be underlined. But when usually we write it in our exercise book or in our, it should be underlined. The name of the taxonomic who first described the name of the species is added at the end. Example, Mangifera indica Linnaeus. Name given to plants or animals before the publication of Species Plantarum in the year 1953 and 10th edition of Systema Naturae in the year 1958 respectively are not accepted. These are two books here. This is the front page, very old book and popular. After that, the specific name is printed in italics. It is underlined in handwritten form, which I have already discussed. In case of new name and description, it should be published in a widely circulated scientific journal. The type specimen should be kept in a recognized herbarium. In case an organism has been given more than one name, the earlier legitimate one is recognized to be valid, that is law of priority. Sometime a question will arise in front of you, that what is law of priority? Very important. In case an organism has been given more than one name, the earlier legitimate one is recognized to be valid. This is the law of priority. When the name of a species is revised, the name of the original worker is retained in brackets. The name of the new worker is appended after the brackets. Example, Albizia Lebach, Linnaeus, Bentham Hooker. Linnaeus in the short form LINN, stop. Bentham Hooker, BENTH, stop. Naming of a family or subfamily may be on the basis of an important genus. Example, family Asteraceae from genus Aster.